Welcome to today's session. In this session we are going to see the basic terminologies of electrical engineering. In today's session we are going to cover these terminologies: energy, power, charge, current and voltage. And when you think of energy, what you remember? Please pause the video and you write in your notebook what and all comes into your mind when you think of energy. Let us assume, right, energy by definition is defined as a capacity to do work, and energy is measured in joules, that is its unit is joules. And other facts about energy when you think of energy are, first thing is energy is available in different forms. What are they? Please pause the video and you can write on your notebook different forms of energy that is coming to your mind. Okay. So the different forms of energy are the mechanical energy, heat energy, chemical energy, electrical energy and many other, right. And the law that comes into mind when you think of energy is the law of conservation of energy. The law states that energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. It also has another statement, that is energy can be converted from one form to another. So this is all about the general term of energy. So now we are going to think of what is electrical energy. So please pause the video and now write on your notebook what you remember when you think of electrical energy. So electrical energy is the energy associated with the flow of charges or flow of electrons. So the energy that is required to transfer the power, electrical power, to a given electrical load, that is the electrical energy. And the standard unit of energy is kilowatt hour. That is, in electricity bill and all, they used to represent 1 unit of energy. What is 1 unit of energy? 1 unit of electrical energy is nothing but 1 kilowatt hour. This is the standard representation of electrical energy. And the formula to calculate electrical energy is the product of electrical power and time. Accordingly, the units are watts seconds. The energy can also be represented as watt seconds, but the standard representation of electrical energy is in kilowatt hour. Then normally energy is represented as joules, but electrical energy is standardly represented as kilowatt hour. So what is 1 joule? 1 joule is equal to 1 watt seconds. So now we usually represent the energy in kilowatt hour. So 1 kilowatt hour is equal to 3.6 into 10 to the power 6 watt seconds. So the reverse of that conversion is also mentioned here, and the 1 joule is defined as the energy required to transfer electrical power of 1 watt in 1 second to a load. And now we are coming to the second terminology of electrical engineering, that is power. Generally, power is defined as the rate at which the work is done, and generally the power is measured in joules per second. But when we think of electrical power, the rate at which the electrical energy is transferred to the load is called the electrical power, and electrical power is measured in watts. For example, you can see when you go and buy some lamp, you will ask for 40 watts lamp, 60 watts lamp, like that, right? So the unit of electrical power or the power is measured in watts, and the formula to calculate the electrical power is voltage and multiplied by current. Then we are coming to the third terminology of electrical engineering, charge. So when you think of charge, what and all comes into your mind? You can pause the video and write it in your notebook. Charge. Charge is nothing but the physical property of any element. Okay, it is a basic physical property of any atom. You can see the atom consists of protons, neutrons and electrons. Protons are positively charged, electrons are negatively charged, neutrals are neutral in charge. So, in an atom that is stable, it is having equal number of protons and electrons. So, the atom in general is neutral in nature, it does not have any charge. But when an atom loses an electron or gains an electron, it acquires charge. It acquires charge. When an atom loses electron, it becomes positively charged. When an atom gains an electron, it becomes negatively charged. So, atoms do not have any charge. When the atoms lose or gain electrons, those atoms become ions. Those ions have the charge. Okay, and the charge can be positive charge or a negative charge, and the charges, like charges repel each other and unlike charges attract each other, like magnetism. And the electric charge is measured in coulombs, that is unit of charge is coulomb. Now, coming to the fourth terminology of electrical engineering is the current. So, whenever you think of current, what you remember about them? Pause the video and you can write your thoughts in your notebook. Right. So, now the current by definition is the rate of flow of charges or electrons. Rate of flow of charges or electrons. Now, the question may arise like what the current is flow of electrons. The flow of electrons is current. So, what is mean by the flow of protons? Think for a while and we will discuss it later. What is mean by flow of protons? Okay, flow of electrons means current. What is mean by flow of protons? Okay, so now we defined the current, and the formula to calculate the current is the charge by time, and the unit for current is in amperes. The current is measured in amperes. The fifth terminology is the voltage. Now, when you think of voltage, whatever comes into your mind, please pause the video and register it in the notebook. Right. So, every charge, that is atoms that have gained or lost electrons, have become ions. So, every charge will have a potential energy. Okay, every charge will be having a potential energy, and these ions will be accumulated in one place, and the concentration of the ions will be different in different places. So, in a particular conductor, the difference in potential energy between the charges is called the potential difference, or technically it is termed as voltage, and voltage is measured in volts, that is its unit is volts, and the formula to calculate the voltage according to the Ohm's law is current into the resistance. So, in this session we have discussed about 5 basic terminologies of electrical engineering, that is energy, power, charge, current and voltage. We saw first the definitions of each of them, and also the formula to calculate each of them, and also the units of them. Okay, let me revise the units. The electrical energy is measured in kilowatt hour, electrical power is measured in watts, electrical charge is measured in coulombs, electrical current is measured in amperes, and electrical voltage is measured in volts. And you have to by heart the definitions of that, and also remember the units of it and how they are represented. The energy is represented using a symbol E, power is represented using the symbol P, charge is represented by the symbol Q, current is represented by the symbol I, and voltage is represented by the symbol V. That's all with this session. We will continue the next session. Thank you.